Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this month's Charleston Tech Chat. This is a monthly series where we spotlight local tech talent and we talk about what it's like to live and work in Charleston, South Carolina. So today we are in the most amazing spot at the College of Charleston's Computer Science Building, and it couldn't be a better day. Picture perfect blue skies, and we are here with Kopis. So first I want to encourage you all, if you have a question for Kopis or if you have a question about what it's like to live and work here, please write those in and we can answer those in real time for you. And so now let's get started. So thank you so much, Adam and Kevin, for sitting down and talking with us. First, tell us a little bit about Kopis, in your positions there and what you do.
Sure. Adam Drews, I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Kopis. And we are a software consultancy, and we have offices in both Greenville and Charleston. We help with enterprise software and cloud services. We help businesses that have technology problems, and they're typically very unique, right? They have unique businesses, and they have challenges that they face every day. We help them either optimize or grow revenue. And we're doing it because they can't find a product off the shelf.
All right, great. And Kevin, can you tell us a little bit more about what your position does?
Sure. So I'm the Chief Operating Officer. So my job is basically, Adam sort of goes out and helps customers dream and come up with ideas and solutions. And then my team has to actually then deliver on what we have promised. So really to sum it up, what I'm trying to do is make sure that the impact and the solutions that we define with our customers, that our team fulfills those and delivers the value that we want.
Okay. And I know that Kopis just recently landed in Charleston. So can you tell us what brought Kopis here?
Sure. So we've been working with clients for years now here in Charleston, and that's grown over the years, and because of that, we wanted account management here. We've seen the growth in the tech community from the number of people in the area, and so we think it's a great place to recruit here. We also have seen an amazing startup community here. It's creating a lot of energy as far as technology is concerned. Mm-hmm. And then we have some stalwarts here in the area as well, some large investment the various companies that have come here.
The other big thing was having an excuse to come to Charleston more often.
Being in Charleston is pretty amazing, especially on a day like today.
Yes.
So speaking of where we are right now at the College of Charleston's Computer Science Building, can you tell me a little bit about Kopis' partnership with the College of Charleston's Center of Innovation?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, go for
Yeah, sure, I'll take it. So basically, we've been building a relationship with the College of Charleston. They're doing really amazing things here with their students. And we found an opportunity where one of our clients, who happens to be our sister company, had a very data-oriented problem to solve. And one of the major themes here is that data analytics group. So it's a machine learning predictive analytics project for their capstone project. It's a semester-long project. They brought in a whole team from project management to actual code writers, delivery. We handed them the problem and helped give them some guidance from our staff. And what they're delivering is really going to provide a lot of value to our clients. So, and also it's great for the kids and the students to have exposure to a real world problem to actually solve rather than some theoretical things.
That's fantastic. And if anyone wants to see the partnership kind of happen in real time, next Wednesday, April 25th, is the College of Charleston's Industry Project Night. And many of the Charleston Open Sources partners are going to be involved with that. Kopis, Bosch, Booz Allen, Benefit Focus, and Blackbaud, plus a few other companies. So it's going to be a great way to see how business and education are partnering here in the Charleston region. So it's going to be a great event. Again, that's April 25th. I know I will be here, so you can check it out. So now kind of just talking about y'all, Kevin and Adam, a little bit more. Tell me if you had like a defining moment that took your career into the tech world.
Start?
Well, sure.
Go.
Yeah, I'll go. So First of all, the background for me in technology started when I was really young. I mean, computers were just getting to the point where they could be in homes rather than just in enterprise. So I first touched a computer at home when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old, and state-of-the-art 10 megabyte hard drive and 4-color screen, that sort of thing.
Showing your age, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what's interesting is the first programming language I learned was about 8 or 9 years old. I learned how to program in BASIC, and then took some classes in high school, but at that point there wasn't this clear path for technology jobs. It didn't seem for me at the time. So when I went to college, I started down a more traditional engineering route, and about 3 semesters in realized I didn't like math that much.
I can feel you there.
So I got a really good piece of advice from an advisor of mine, and he basically said, why don't you take our curriculum book, let's flip through, see what's interesting, see what you like, and let's see if we can find the right major for you. So as it turns out, I really love technology, believe it or not. So I turned the whole course of my college career, ended that, and then just stayed in technology because I love it.
All right, great. Adam?
So I grew up surfing and grew up here on the East Coast, and if you are an East Coast surfer, you know that it can be fickle here on the East Coast. So knowing when there was going to be surf and when the surf was happening, because the best surf can turn in an hour here, I got really into the weather models that were becoming more and more popular online, and then I started a surfing report website in Myrtle Beach that taught me HTML, eventually JavaScript, and then I was done. I was hooked.
That's a great story. Surfing to coding,
Yeah,
right?
non-technology start.
We had another interview recently that starting a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan site is what got her into doing it. So similar, but not very similar. So tell me a little bit about, other than views like what we're looking at right now and some amazing talent that's coming out of our schools like the College of Charleston, what can you tell me makes that Charleston has over other tech cities? Start out, Kevin?
Sure. I mean, there's lots to offer. A lot of it's what I mentioned earlier. Just the opportunity here is great from top to bottom for a career path. I mean, so it's anything from working for a startup company to working for enterprise and everything in between. So being able to basically turn direction on a dime because there's opportunity in every different technology stack, a whole bunch of different industries, different size companies. So it's a great place to start and finish a career.
Very good answer. So anyone that's watching right now and is trying to decide if they wanted to make that step to come down here for Charleston for a career choice, I think you really summed it up, that there's smaller companies and larger companies and a really great startup community here. That's what we love about Charleston Open Source, is that we have a really open dialogue with many different businesses and organizations. So if I'm going to be asked the next question, Charleston in 3 words, I would probably say community, collaborative, and beer. But but tell me what your 3 words that would describe Charleston would be.
Yeah. So I mean, I would definitely say quality of life. I mean, it's a beautiful town. The weather's great. There's lots of fun things to do. It's a very outdoor friendly city. And really, I mean, quality of life speaks into all of that. It's just a great city to get around and be in.
All right, good 3 words. Quality of life. What about you, Adam?
I'd say it's community, career, and excitement. I mean, it's an exciting startup community. That's bringing excitement to all areas of the community. It's been an amazing community to live in for a long time, and that continues to grow and get better. And like Kevin said, there's so many different career opportunities here. It's hard not to like.
And kind of bringing it back around from Charleston back to Kopis, can you tell me about some partners that you work with in the region or across the country?
Sure. I think one of the most interesting partnerships that we've got right now is an IoT partnership. So we're actually building a connected device portal alongside a company that works with the wireless carriers. And so it is dramatically reducing the cost of connecting devices that could push data up into a cloud and apply some business rules or alerting. So what used to be, and it's not a new concept, right? That's been happening in the manufacturing world for a long time. But the critical piece is that it is dramatically dropping in price per device, and so you're able to get so much more density of data.
Density of data, all right.
Yeah.
So Some of that was a little over my head for my marketing brain, I won't lie, but I'm sure many of you are watching that right now are understanding every word because you're much more educated in this world than I am. Do you have anything?
Yeah,
Kevin?
I was going to say the big one is we're a Microsoft partner. So some of our biggest
and they are no joking.
yeah. So just to cover a small portion of what we do with Microsoft, there's really 3 major areas that we're looking at right now that we're doing a lot of work in. One is the Dynamics GP space. So we have consulting, help desk, implementation teams. Dynamics 365, which is now becoming Business Central. That's another cloud-based ERP system that Microsoft has. And then the third thing that we're seeing a lot more of and getting a lot more involved in is just Azure development, right? So using Azure as a deployment vehicle, really leveraging some of their services or doing a more traditional style. So we're really trying to, with the Azure stack, help companies move to modern.
Oh, great. And if anything they're saying interests you or makes you want to learn more, definitely reach out to either Charleston Open Source or Kopis directly, and I know they're hiring in some different areas. So, all right, coming back to Charleston. So, what's the most exciting thing happening in Charleston right now?
So, I've got a good one.
All right, okay.
So I got married in that building across here, the aquarium.
Not a bad spot.
10 years ago in June this year. So for me,
Congratulations.
having a 10-year anniversary is pretty special, and that's really exciting to me. I know it's probably not overly exciting for Charleston, but Charleston is a great city. It's what drew us here. It's why we got married here. The historic atmosphere and everything going on. So
Well, we're a top 5 city for a wedding destination for a reason, because you can get married at places like the aquarium on the water. So how about you, Adam? Most exciting thing happening right now?
It just happened this weekend, the Charleston Sailing Week. That was an amazing, amazing time, and I think it's a great place. It's one of the largest around, and the area was just littered.
It was a lot of really great events that happened in the Charleston area in April specifically. All right, so last kind of question about the Charleston area. It's the weekend, and tell me what you're going to be doing in Charleston.
Surfing.
I'm not surprised by that you'll be surfing, and it's pretty amazing weather for it. So,
Yes.
how about you, Kevin?
yeah, so I'm more of a beach bum if the weather's good. If not, probably just exploring downtown, trying to find a new restaurant to try, or you can probably find me kicking back at Carmela's downtown, just having a drink in the cold atmosphere in there. So
That's great. All right, you guys ready for speed round? You were born for it, right? Okay, so favorite restaurant.
Coto del Pesce, Isle of Palms.
I love when people go out, like, so many good restaurants in downtown Charleston, but all the beaches and Somerville, so many great food. So,
yeah, so mine, if you'd asked me, let's see, about a year and a half ago, I would have said Cyprus, but since it's not around
Wasabi-encrusted
anymore,
tuna.
oh my gosh, no
Wasabi-encrusted
kidding.
tuna.
But since it's not around anymore, I would say this is going to be a little off topic, but 180 Greenberg's. It's a little different.
So good.
They have a great nacho plate there that I've just always enjoyed and loved, and the atmosphere is great. So
There's a lot of fun places to go in Charleston. All right, so favorite event or festival? I have a feeling I know what your answer is going to be.
Yes. I have to say Charleston Sailing.
Sailing Week.
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite?
yeah, how about the High Water Festival coming up this weekend?
This weekend.
Lots of good music scene. It should be a pretty cool atmosphere.
Yes, good. Both very good ones. Favorite place for a caffeine fix?
I like Pages. It's a
Pages?
diner. It's nothing fancy, but
Just a good, solid cup of coffee with like a side of grits.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. Do you have a place?
I don't think you want to hear what my place is,
All
because
right.
I'm the loser that likes Starbucks because they give me a free drink on my birthday and that sort of thing.
You can like Starbucks,
Yeah,
and no
I
one
do.
will pick on you. All right, favorite beach?
Bali.
Bali.
Yeah, I'm an Isle of Palm guy personally.
I'm an Isle Palm person as well. All right, brewery.
Holy City.
Oh, we'll say them again, not at the same time.
Coast.
Coast.
Holy City.
Holy City. All right, I'm going Revelry, right? So I can kind of throw it out, some different ones, but there are a lot of options here if you're ever interested in the brewery scene here. Check it out. Okay, kayaking or paddleboarding?
My answer is going to be obvious as well. Paddleboarding.
Paddleboarding.
I would say kayaking,
Kayaking.
just to be different.
All right. I could do
Like both,
both
yeah.
successfully. I don't know if I could do paddleboarding as successfully, but I enjoy doing it. And lastly, Charleston in one word.
Awesome.
Awesome. I like it.
I would say beautiful.
Beautiful. And I'm going to say I think I say this most every time, but collaborative. So I want to thank y'all for coming. This was a great conversation on a great day. And I want to thank Sebastian, the College of Charleston's Computer Science Department, for having us here and hosting. And we're looking forward to our next interview, which will be with E-Group in Mount Pleasant. And we're also going to be at Dig South coming up next weekend. So thank you so much. Feel free to follow up with Charleston Open Source or Kopis if you have any questions. Thank you.